Hello all, how are you? Any good news? Any accomplishments you have reached? Please comment them below. I would like to hear about them. I am so happy to announce that I was able to find a phone stand to record. It was a journey to find one. What I like about this stand is that it is super sturdy and the claw clip is rubber, so it doesn't mark my phone case and the phone doesn't slip from the claw like other stands do. One improvement I would say it needs, just for my liking, I guess is more picky of me, is that the grip at the bottom to be able to reach the thicker surfaces. Right now I had to attach it to a chair instead of the table. Maybe it is my fault. I should have read more into it. Let me check, actually, I'm very curious. Okay, yeah, that is my fault. It says that it only goes wide for 2 3/4 inches. And I think my table is thicker than that, so I think that was my bad. I guess it makes sense. Never mind. That was on me. I should have read more on the description. Well, I guess lesson learned. Next time, I should be reading more. Anyway, for this video, I wanted to share how I start the week. This is what I was trying to explain on the previous video where I messed up big time because I ended up skipping a page. For this week, I started with the weekly calendar. I'm trying a new layout where the left page is 4 vertical rectangles and the right page it is 3 horizontal rectangles. This layout worked perfectly for this week because I forgot that I was attending the first meeting of a professional development series, and I signed up for a TI or Texas Instrument training as well. So I was able to include the time and location of the meeting and training with no issue or concern of running out of space. For the design of this layout, I did the same as the previous video where I drew blue blobs and colored them in. After that, I went in with a darker blue to create the water effect. I really like doing this water effect. I personally think it looks really cool. So here's me, trying to do the water effect. I think for this, I do take quite a bit of time because I want to make it look as natural as possible. But then at the same time, towards the end, I'm does it really look natural? But then, they always tell you to look back at your artwork from a distance to see if it needs something or if it's the way that you like it. And I did that after I recorded the video, and I think I really like it. It does end up looking like water, and I don't know, I just really like it so much. Although the week before this, I did do a different layout. I did more of what's it called? Plaid. I did more of a plaid, but using the same colors, and I think it looked pretty nice. I'll probably show you guys that next week. Hopefully, I think I'll alternate it and I'll do that next week. Although I did notice that my light blue marker is running out of ink, so I will have to find my Crayola markers and find a close color match. Sorry for that. So from there, I wrote in July 13 to July 19 in between the 2 pages. This was difficult. Okay, I knew it was going to be difficult, but man, I couldn't resist. It was just calling my name to write it there. I also liked that I was able to create a good piece of water design in the middle as well. I don't know. So after doing that water design, I went in and glued down the coconuts and the frangipani printouts. After I glued them, I wrote down the date starting from Sunday, so July 13th to ending it on Saturday 19th. And I also did it with the thick marker that I was using to write July 13th to July 19th. So I really like this because I can do like thin and thick. I don't know, I think it looks nice. So for the next page, I'll be doing the brain dump and work notes. I went in with a simpler water design backdrop for the titles of these pages. The left page is for my brain dump and the right side is for my work notes. I'm still learning to write with this pen. It is like a long felt tip pen, but this pen, like the writing is quite, not the writing, but like the tip itself is quite sturdy but flexible at the same time. It is a pen I have never used before. I do know that my brother gave me these in December as a gift, so this is my second time using them. So I'm still working on the kinks of it. I wouldn't say that I'm perfect on it. I do know that I did write notes really pretty, and I think brain, I wrote it down really nice as well. But the word work and dump did not just like, I don't know what happened. I think I got overconfident that I ended up doing it like super big. And then after this, I noticed that I forgot to add the blue lines for the water effect on the blobs. So you're gonna see me that I went back to draw those. And I think I noticed right after I did the middle section. Yeah, after I did the middle section, I noticed that I was like, wait, I think I missed the line. So I went back and to check, and I did. So I just went on top of it. Since the marker that I wrote on was black, you couldn't really tell the difference, so I thought that was nice. So for this last layout, I did a very simple design. It was very random. I just did the water design where it just felt right. I went with my gut, and I think it looks pretty nice, having the design in random places like the center, top left, and mid right. I decided to add this book notes section into my July bullet journal because at the moment I am in a book club with some coworkers for the summer. I thought it was pretty nice to do, and I'm quite enjoying the book. It is more of a reflective book than a daily read book. It is pretty interesting. I learned quite a few things about myself, others, and my surroundings overall. And yeah, I just really like it. And since it is a reflective journal, I ended up buying another book for daily read. But yeah. And here I'm just like drawing like the water designs. I didn't forget it this time. And here's an overview of my little weekly journal. Thank you so much for joining in today, and talk to you soon.